Hey folks, Quilly18 here, and welcome to another episode of our Ironman Europa Universalis 4. We're playing as Germany here, and we are trying to conquer all of Europe. And I think at some point I said, I think when I was looking at more Germany being here, I was like, maybe I won't bother going up through the sea crossings here into Sweden. Of course, Sweden's part of Europe, but I was like, well, it's across the water, it's not contiguous. But of course I think I was saying that before I went and integrated in Russia, and then obviously we have the land connection over here through, European territory. So I think we will also have to pull in Sweden to our giant, glorious, gunmetal gray empire. I don't know what color this is for Germany. It's gray, but with a slight bluish or greenish tint that I can't quite put my finger on. It's not just completely saturated, so I don't know what the deal is. I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to do that. We're going to go, we want to take everything down to Constantinople, down to and including Constantinople. We want to take Italy, we want to take Iberia, France and Brittany, certainly. Great Britain may be less interesting, I don't know. But, so I haven't played for a bit, so I was like, oh, I'm going to catch up on the game, see what the situation is. Okay, I'm at peace. I got lots of manpower. I mean, my manpower cap is getting pretty high up there, but I've got lots right now. Well, maybe I should just go to war right away. And then it was like, right, there is 148% overextension. So we had just ended a war, I guess, at the end of the last episode. So 72. So we got a couple years really before most of the coring is done. That being said, that doesn't mean we can't start a war and just hold the territory, and as soon as the cores start to resolve themselves, then we can peace out at that point. So, we're at peace with Hungary, the Ottomans, Genoa, and Shervin. So, really, we can go north or west, or I suppose south over here at this point. Our troops are where? Mostly in Ottoman territory, and they are moving west. Good. Okay, so we will let them arrive there. We'll get them in position. We're losing some various CBs, people leaving the coalitions. Okay, excellent. You can tell it's a new day with having reloaded the game because the AI is reevaluating all of its diplomatic situations here. So, if I scroll down to my troops, everyone is moving except Hugh. Why are Hugh not moving? Because Hugh are waiting outside of Savoy's territory. Okay. Are you allied with anyone these days? No. I think you were allied with France, but I think I caused that to become broken at some point. We will let them do that, although I could have checked to see how far we were away from another tech. Okay. I mean, we're millions of miles away from another Diplo or military tech. We could take an admin tech kind of sort of whenever, but again, mostly at this point, we are going to be spending our admin on coring. The one gotcha might be if we end up with our techs being too far out of whack, we might start getting some corruption, which I think will happen next level if these guys get to 30, one or the other get to 30. Then we'll be too unbalanced with the admin being behind. We could consider it. It would just cost some money. Ooh, okay, rebel sentiment. We're getting some provincial unrest for the first time in a long time because of a lot of the sampling, or not sampling new religions, well, partially, but a lot of the overextension events. And that is a little unappealing. Now, they're not as bad as they used to be. And, I mean, sitting at +3 stability, things aren't going to be dire, but that's a lot of overextension. We're getting a lot of heresy. A lot of heresy. Okay, some conversion still going on, so if we can keep doing that. Oh, you guys are coring that, so yeah, go ahead and do that bad boy over there. I'm going to turn off the trade modifier so we don't run out of fervor right now. Stability is going to be the most important right now while we're wickedly overextended. So you're there and you're done, so I'm going to get you to split off and do that and that. And I'm going to get you to break off in half as well, just trying to cut back on some of the actual attrition. How come you're still getting attrition? I realize it's winter, but winter mountains. Alright, kind of legit. So, I mean, I will start the war before we have everyone annexed, but this is not going to be a very long one, so I can afford to wait before we get it started. I'm pretty sure anyway. I guess if I clicked on you and hit Y, I could see your web of... Okay, oh, Brittany and Tlemkin. Okay, I was going to say you had 3 allies. Oh, and the Knights. Yeah, so mostly, it's actually going to be a little bit annoying. Oh, I could get some things over by Brittany right away. Okay, you two. You're going to go to there. and there. There we go. That's going to be swell. We can take you out. Tlemcen, we're almost certainly not going to bother with you. Siena, we might not be able to reach just because the Papal States might be in the way. Okay, we have free diplomats. Yes, we do. So what we're going to do is we are going to build a spy network in Brittany. Oh, fortresses. And a spy network in Savoy. Because that will give us a boost to our sieging. Really, a 38k stack is getting attrition. My god. Well, let's give you a leader so you got some maneuver, and that will help. You're a little bit on the large side, so let's bring you down over there. And then you can get split, and some of you can go over there. Actually, there's no reason to go all the way down to Languedoc. Because that doesn't actually border Savoy. Okay. Something like that should be okay. There might be a couple of ticks of attrition still, but mostly we're fine. Get people in position. People are basically reinforced. Right now we're paying for all our maintenance. 56 forts! That is something I hadn't considered. Of course there would be a million forts all up in Russia. So I think what we have to do is get rid of a bunch of those. I mean, is there any incentive? I don't think we've got to keep any in the west. Or, sorry, east. At all. I don't think so. If we're going to do anything, it's going to be about having capped out forts here. Especially since this is the line. This is far, or as we're going, well, we might want to take Ariga over here. But yeah, these mountains are the dividing line where we're going to stop. So I think it might be worthwhile. We still have $1 million. Well, not literally a million, but basically infinity money. I'm going to upgrade the fortresses here. Just to make them a little slower to progress through here. But then the rest, I mean, these level 2s don't do anything at all. And what's the point? Maybe I'll leave the one in Crimea. Because that seems okay. And then see up here. Well, this is a huge development province. This is Moscow itself. And it's got 36 development. You know what? I'm going to keep you that way. You got a lot of development too, but we're not going to keep all y'all. We are going to war against Sweden at some point. It might be worth having a fort there. And, you know, do that. I mean, I have tons of money. I don't really have to worry about saving a few bucks here and there with my fort maintenance. What is this? Woods? And you're already level 6. You know what? I'm going to keep you around. Congratulations. Oh, you're already doing things. Yes, yes, yes. Marsh. I mean, you're already level 6. It's almost nice to keep, especially in the rougher terrain. This place is only level 2. And I'm not going to bother upgrading it, even though it's on the border and everything. 27 development here in Krakow. What's the landscape? It is highlands. You know what? Screw it. There you go. We'll do it. It's fine. You're level 8. You're level 6 in the grasslands. You know what? We'll get rid of you. That's going to be okay. The coastal ones are a little harder to siege, so we might leave that level 6 in there. We don't need all of these. How about you? Grasslands, level 6? No. Farmlands, it's already level 8 though, so we'll keep that. I mean, we have a few to watch. Obviously, we need to make sure that Ulm is fully defended forever and ever and ever, because it's Ulm. I don't think we need this. It might still make sense to have a little bit of forts in the background. Okay, I trashed a handful of them. It's going to be fine. So yeah, anyway, all that to say, we were at full military maintenance, and our forts are currently up. And I mean, I could have brought them down between wars, especially the forts, but at this point, it hardly matters. There, we're down to 42 forts. That's better. As long as our troops are in the border around Savoy, that's going to be fine. Obviously, the second we start the war, the walls will go up again. So, again, I think it was 72, October of 72, that the biggest chunk of new cores will be done. So, as soon as these troops are in position, I'm going to feel very comfortable about starting the war. Most likely, we could peace out before October of 72, but not by much, and there's a good chance that we might not. We had a couple of cores that we're going to finish earlier, because they were pieced out from a previous war. I think that's when we fought Hungary earlier, I think is the deal. Alright, you're in position, you're basically in position. We've just got a couple armies that are still moving over here. These guys are my heavies, which could be... They could be mothballed right now, but what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move them out. There's a forts there and there, so there's none in armor, so there's no reason to keep my ships there. So I'll tell you what, I'll move you down to the Kabarian Bay. All right. Everyone's good. Everyone's done moving. All right, let's do it. We are going to declare war. And we'll do the imperialism war. What's the deal with France? France is the defender of the Catholic faith and will defend them. Okay, what if we declare war on Brittany instead? Great Britain is the defender of the Protestant faith and will defend them. Alright, that changes things a little bit. I mean, not that I mind fighting France, but it's obviously going to be something I have to be a little bit more aware of and cautious about. Now, Great Britain's been my buddy all along. Oh no, they won't. They will not join. Hold on, I forgot to look at that. Oh, France won't either. They probably will not accept. They actually don't like Savoy and they're rivals. Okay. So they might join. They might, but they probably won't. Let's just do it then. You're gonna move in there. You two are gonna move in here. You're gonna move in there. You're gonna move in to cover behind us. We do have to be a little bit careful. Oh no, Milan is just farmland. That's going to be fine. I think it's Wallace over here. Yeah, Wallace is a little tricky because it is a mountain fort. So if they attack us, we're going to have some problems there. But we should have massive numbers advantage, not to mention just better combat stats overall. Excellent. You're coming in. We're fighting there, but that's okay. You're going to go there and there. And verify no France right now. Okay. So we're going to squash that. I don't know if they got any other troops kicking around. Battle of the Channel has been won. Battle of Savoy has been won. The siege progress is already good over there. How many cannons do we need for you? You need 25 artillery. We have slightly more than that, but really not much. I'm going to do that. Grab these guys and just pull them back out a little bit. Just to cut back on the attrition. Scooch. Over here we're good. We've got all... Oh, yeah, we only... Right. It's just a capital fort, so that's going to fall in seconds. I won't even worry about moving anything. Whoa! Stop. Brittany had a lot more troops than expected. But... I can't go there? Sure. Of course not. Okay, well then, you go ahead and do this. Level 9 fort. So that's a level 8 fort. That's a capital fort, right? So you're going to need 25 cannons. I'll send you in with a little bit of extra change. There we go. Something like that. Oops. I want to send the siege, or the leader. Do you have a siege pip? Oh, you don't have a siege pip. Then I guess it doesn't actually matter. Okay. Let's send you back in that way. That's going to be fine. You're going to sit there and we can reinforce should anything develop. So, the two cores that had mostly been progressed are gone. We're still at 136% overextended, and all the other cores are basically going to drop at the same time. Milan, you do not have enough cannons. You need the full 25. You've got 18. We've got some cannons over here, though. So, you have 18. You know what? I'll just send in 10 more. That's okay. A little bit of overkill. Never hurt anyone except my enemies. And also all the people who die from attrition. But other than that, it's fine. So I don't think I've got to keep this army around. What I'm actually going to do is send it over to Normandy, just in case I want some extra bodies over here. Okay, you've done that. That's good. Good. You've got armor. This is the one that we're really... Oh, we don't actually have a full blockade. Let's get you to stop for a second. Let's go and grab a handful of frigates. Frigates are much better at blockading. I mean, that's way overkill, but that's okay. Frigates are much better at blockading. I think it's because of their speed. They're just hunting down merchant ships, not fighting a real naval battle. Exactly. So that'll be more than overkill, but that's okay. Bengal's got a civil war. It sucks to be them. Interesting with the font here. I don't have any mods that are modifying my font, so it's odd that this is offset a little bit. It's not like I'm a weird resolution. I play it literally 1080p. Russia's come under control of Germany. Okay. Not that any of those are forts, though. None of the forts here have popped. We don't have a blockade on the sea, but that's okay. We've got plenty of time. We got some conversions happening there. Let's go ahead and send some more. We still have stability. We don't have the war modifier going on right now, but I'm okay with that. I don't think we're going to need it. We can just save our fervor points so that we can run trade and stability after it. 30,000 manpower gone away. That actually does suck. I mean, I don't remember seeing that event before. I suspect that it's probably like the +1 war exhaustion plus the losing manpower. It's probably related to our overextension. Still, of that our war exhaustion is actually going down while we're at war. Overreacting as always. So we're Defender of the Reformed Faith. Okay, some fortresses are finished. We still have tons of money, gaining money. Probably losing manpower during the war, because we're getting a fair amount of attrition here. Oh! Savoy, that's where you dudes are. Okay, that's fine. I don't care. Minus 42%. I mean, we're making some progress over here, at least. So there's that. I would definitely like, I would say, to separate piece up Brittany first and eat them up. Depending on overextension, we may not be able to take all of Savoy, but that's all right. I mean, as long as we're basically sitting at 100% overextension all the time, that's where we want to be. More little naval skirmishes. A little over. Yeah, it's not too bad, but really, I mean, it would be nice if we could somehow manage it to literally sit at exactly 100% all the time. The moment anything cores happens to coincide exactly with the moment that we peace out and get us back up to exactly 100, not 1% higher. But I think in practice, we're going to be running at slightly over 100% quite often, and then plenty of times we'll be sitting at 0% because I won't be timing things properly, which is bad for efficiency, which is why I never will do a proper world conquest, because you got to really on top of the situation for that. But I'll have to settle for a European conquest, which I think we can do. I mean, we only have about 50 years left, but I think we can get a lot done in that time. All right, finally the capital win. It actually took a surprising amount of time. Much, much, much longer than expected. I'm going to go ahead and just pull out some of these troops here so I don't get quite as heavily attrition. Tick, 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 tick. Thank you, autosave. We got to go bop those guys at some point, but it's not a rush. Spain is still making its way home very, 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 very slowly. We got you going on there. I suppose what I could do, actually, is group up over here and get ready to bop that 50k. That should be more than enough troops moving in that direction. Keep winning these little tiny battles. I kept seeing like these little navies of like 5 dudes and whatever at a time. I suppose what I'll do, first of all, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to, what's the button for it? There we go. Detach damaged ships. I'm going to send you there. My damaged ships will go and dock themselves and repair. I'm going to blockade this thing here. I mean, I guess I could just move this in a second. You know what? Yeah, that's just what I'll do. It's fine. Go back to protecting trade in English Channel. Okay. Because we're not going to start that siege. Oh, we can actually start that siege now. Oh, hold on. Why can't you detach a blockade? Fleet is not blockading ports, but yes it is. It's at 100%. What? It's blockading this port. Okay, well, listen, it's fine. We'll just, there, that should be enough, hopefully, to fight as well. Protect trade. English Channel. There you go. Still at 100%. We're going to go there. You're going to move in here to provide cover. Minor convenience. Yeah, that's the overextension penalties over there. Start going with some more conversion. Stability is still good. You've got that going on. We've lost the modifier trading in ships or fish, so we don't get as many sailors. Oh no! Because the amount of sailors we have has so been an issue this game. I think if I recall way, way, way back when, at the start of this campaign, when I first, started acquiring land along the coast, the lack of sailors was actually a little bit annoying for a little while. Because I started with a 0 and it was actually a barrier to building ships. But that was it. That was just like a handful of years early on when maybe I only had one coastal province and my sailor count started at 0, and that was it. After that, it was fine. We are losing huge numbers here. Auto-saving, auto-saving, auto-saving. I mean, we'll win. Oh, they're rolling. They're rolling well as part of it, but it's not like I went in here necessarily with the most tuned army either. Now, I'm actually not sure where he's going to be able to run to. I suppose he can probably make it somewhere in here. Yeah, okay. Oh, you can go through the Papal State territory. Well, that also means I can go through the Papal State territory. Isn't that interesting? That's what I thought. Fort level 8. We only have the 25 guns, or the 20 guns instead of the 25 that we need. Now, you do have a siege pip, though, so that's good. All right, I'll move all the guns over. I'll move a handful of infantry. Something like that seems pretty good, but not that way. Actually, that's okay, because what I can do... because I'm in friendly territory-ish, is do that, and bring you into there. Do you have any artillery? You've got 4,000. You... I'm just going to steal one of your guns. And send you there. So we'll have 25k for maximum sieging speed. Alright, that's good. So you're doing that, you're doing that. This is going quite slow. You way don't have enough cannons. I don't know if that's going to send you to the next level here. Oh yeah, because as soon as we get over 10. So that'll be a bit of an improvement. Not much, but a bit. At least we'll get you going. So slowly sieging out you. Siena is still... Well, we can walk through the Papal State at least, so we'll be able to reach Siena. I don't think we'll need to take them to peace out, since we're not going to be fully eating Savoy. We are going to be looking to fully eat Brittany, almost certainly. Which will be a little tricky, because of course we're going to be capped at 99% war score with them, unless we literally go and take all the territory everywhere. That's interesting. I don't really know how any of that happened. And I'm not going to lift these sieges. But somehow you skirted through here. I guess you can go through Cremona and all that. And you're going to do that. But you're not sieging any actual forts, so I'm not too concerned. You just arrived here. That brings us up to 25k guns. You've got the full bonus. And you're not in the coast or anything, so that's lovely. Or, it's nice. I know it's Nice. How come I can't even enter this territory? Yeah, it's adjacent to a fort, but... What? I don't know. No, I'm going to send you up over that way. Because we're almost certainly going to want to bop these guys as soon as these forts go, and then we'll have some better numbers. Crossing over into Venice is actually quite good. Give you credit there. Now, because that'll be very annoying for me to dislodge them. We won the Siege of Verona. Well, there we go. Now, we're going to be attacking into the hills here, but 2-to-1 advantage and a really good leader. And the only reinforcements are going to come from a couple provinces away. And actually, I was going to say, if nothing else, it's actually not too shabby, because it'll force them out of Venice there. Come on. Guess it helps if I wasn't paused. I just want to force march this guy. Since we're 200% ahead of time on military, I've got a fair amount of freedom to do the force marching. Okay, and yeah, keep force marching. We're going to go and bop them over here. That's actually really amazing. Really amazing. Oh, you're leaving. Don't leave. So, not quite the numbers advantage that we would like, but not bad. It is going to be attacking into farmland, although we might get a river crossing, or not. I guess we have higher maneuver. Oh, yeah, they're just going to get flattened. Okay, cancel the force march then. You, and we really don't have anywhere to go. Because they're going to get probably totally bopped. Oh, maybe not. Yay, conversions. That's actually taking a little bit longer than expected. Here, convert you. One that did not stack wipe you. Where the hell are you going to run? Probably back somewhere in here, but what I think I'm going to do is ignore you and just go down to Siena. We'll have to keep an eye on things to make sure you don't get caught by a big army over there that happened to be waiting. Okay, you can go through that way. I guess that's something. Just when we get to Florence over here, we'll just peek in and make sure that Siena's not horribly bad. Oh, is that army retreating down here? It might be, actually. It might even be retreating to Siena proper. Because I think they prioritize retreating towards a fort. Indeed. Well, that's going to work out okay. They will possibly get a tick of morale. Nope, they did not. So just an instant just bop. Alright. Well, that went pretty well. Getting some CBs against Leinster. Again, I wish I could filter out this one CB, and maybe there is a way. France left the coalition. Oh! We got rebels! Really? Well, we knew they were rising up a little bit here. Won a siege over here. That's good, which means I'm going to group these guys up and then give them a leader. Assuming we have a leader kicking around, which I'm not sure. Won the siege of Vallis over here, which means we can do that. And these guys won't have anywhere to run. No leaders, and actually I can't even borrow one. Wait. I can't actually go down there. See, I mean, I realize that this is an enemy fort that I don't control, but it is very odd still to me. So you need 11 more cannons at least. There we go. We'll call it 13. That's going to be fine. So you're going to go over there. Help out that siege. Okay. So you got that going on. They did build a troop there, but that's not really meaningful. You're going over there, which is okay. You're going to de-siege that. Won the siege of Milan. So you can come in here. Ah, you actually move somewhere I can attack you. Group up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move everyone over except you. That way I can pull the leader out of here, attach him to this army, and then go and kill these guys. I have to move the leader back because it's... Oh, no, it has no siege pips, so it doesn't actually matter. Alright, we've done you. So I'm going to get you to go down to Pisa. You can go and finish that off. You are going to go and... Wait, you can't even go down here? It's gone into full glitch mode. So, I'm adjacent to a fort. But no, this is territory I control. It's doing that thing where I can't even enter territory I control. It's not like this province is adjacent to an enemy fort. Which is what's particularly bizarre. It's really odd. I realize I'm adjacent to an enemy fort, but in territory I control. So I should be able to move out of armor in any direction, especially one where I'm not moving to an area controlled by a fort. It's such horse shit. I suppose I could take some ships over here, and then who knows what'll happen. Alright, we'll just move there for now. That's going to be fine. These rebels might be slightly annoying. What are they? They're Venetian separatists. Okay. Well, we don't want them to give separatism, but luckily I do have a fort there. You've done that. Excellent. Can you go down here? Of course you can, because, of course, I mean, just because there's an enemy fort here doesn't move, I can't move here to an adjacent province with a fort. I mean, the enemy fort here, I can totally move here, whereas enemy fort here means I can't move there from a territory control to a territory control. Absolutely the stupidest thing. Absolutely the stupidest thing. And I don't think anyone can ignore, like, that, there's no way that's intended. That's a bug that's been in the system for a while. I know with the last patch, in the beta, they were looking to redo the fort mechanics, and then, in a lot of people's opinion, the fort mechanic ended up worse. So I'm not saying, you know what, 95% of the fort mechanic in this version, I like quite a bit. Except for the obvious bugs. So if we could just fix that, I would be satisfied. Thanks for watching. See you next time.